December 2023. Dear Diary, it has been a while since I wrote, but I miss it, and reading back my stories from the past is super interesting. It makes me realize how quickly I forget what we've actually already done and how we thought about things. Reading back gives me some perspective, so I will try to get back at it. As you know, we got cows last June. Adding these animals to the farm has been a huge change. I feel that we eat much better and I feel much more nourished than before. But the cows are also a lot of work. Farming is hard work. I wake up each morning around 5:30 a.m. In this time I clean up a bit, start a sourdough bread dough and have a cup of tea. Then I go to the animals every morning around 7 a.m. These days because it's winter, otherwise it would be earlier. And it takes me about 2 hours to prepare the cow food, clean the shed, milk the cows, give extra food and water to the calves and finish up cleaning. Then I spend at least 2 hours boiling the milk, doing the dishes, making breakfast and eating breakfast, kneading the bread dough and doing laundry and other occasional chores. So it's about 11 a.m. when I'm able to start some farming, household or maintaining projects. These days it's mostly gathering and bringing dry leaves from the forest for the cows for their bedding, as I'm trying to build up a good stock for the wet months this winter. However, there are never too little project options to choose from. There's always so much to do or to fix here at the farm. Owen does the dishes in the morning and works whole days on bigger projects going on at the farm, like fencing and getting enough dry grass, like hay, for the animals for the winter. When we do not have any help at the farm, we try to go to the forest together, and Pawan gets wood to burn in our stove and I get the dry leaves.
I got the leaves. I also got a little bit for a second bag, so tomorrow it will be a little bit less work. I'm going back now. I can see the cows are waiting close to the fence. They have spent their day grazing on the mountain. And there they are. Hello, Cindy. Hi. Are you ready to go back. Hello, Bella. Hello, Jalebi.
Pawan does the milking in the evening while I prepare for the evening chores at home. I prepare the milk crate, do the dishes, close the chickens, prepare the bread dough, light the fire, and do a general cleanup again. The small space we live in does tend to get dirty very fast if you do not maintain it. We mostly have a simple dinner at night, nothing fancy, just some bread with ghee, yogurt and leftovers.
When you start, it's also the same like this. Very little.
Pawan has his lunch often with the people that come here to help with the bigger projects. And I have bread and cook some simple vegetables from the garden. From last June, I have been eating vegetables from the garden almost all the time. Next to all the big projects going on here, Pawan worked hard in his spare time in the new poly house and garden and has been providing veggies for us since. After dinner, we bake the bread, make yogurt from that day's milk, give food to our dog Cuckoo and make ghee once in 3 days. The days are long but very fulfilling and we sleep well at night. Now and then we do take a break and I try to alternate more physical work days with more easygoing days. The good thing about running your own farm is that you can decide for yourself when you want to take a break. But this is also the hard thing. I struggle with feeling guilty for taking rest because if we do less, nothing gets done, nothing moves forward. And some work even piles up for a higher workload later. But taking breaks is really needed. And I'm working on really trying to forget about everything for a while now and then and relax and enjoy so I can continue with fresh energy later. The last months were fun and hectic at the same time. We finished one small wooden A-frame cottage. We finished a room with 4 sleeping places for volunteers, 2 storage sheds, and we finished a large part of the fencing. And besides working on these big projects at the farm, we also had a lot of visits from family and friends. And oh, that was surely needed. I love it when friends and family come to visit us here. I love spending time with them, laughing and having good conversations. And it's really nice for people to see what we are doing here and to be able to relate a bit more to this place. Even though I love spending time alone, I do miss a sense of community. And that is now, with Christmas, even more than any other time of the year, I guess. We witnessed several birds here at the farm over the last months. When my friends were here in September, we had a few baby chicks born from the incubator. It is still something we need to get the hang on a bit better as the success rate was low. But it was a fun experience and these little fluffy babies are so incredibly cute. And then in November, we experienced the birth of a new calf, Bola, a bull calf from Surbi. I prepared myself for the birth and for possible interventions we would need to take in case of problems, but everything went well. From the first contraction to the birth was maybe just 2 hours or so. Amazing! And he's growing fast. We will most likely not be able to keep him at our farm since he is a bull. But let's just not think about that for now. We did get a big bull to get Cindy pregnant again. It was quite a struggle to find a good mountain bull with which we want to cross our cows, and months went by without her getting pregnant again. A cow needs to have a calf to be able to give milk, just like humans. Every breed of cow gives milk for a different duration of time after calving. But people generally get their cow pregnant again 2 or 3 months after calving, when the cow gets in heat again. Since the pregnancy duration is about 9 months, this means that you will have a calf every year around the same time. You will dry your cow off to give her some rest if she did not stop giving milk already by herself. At least 2 months before you expect a new calf. We were a bit late with arranging a bull, so Cindy's calf is expected at the end of August. So exciting! After months of hard work, I always find myself in need of a longer break. I noticed this because I start to feel everything as a chore. Like hard work does not give me pleasure anymore, and things seem more stressful instead of challenging. So I took a break in Dehradun for about a week, and it really recharged me. Very often when I'm feeling a bit more down, it is needed for me to see the bigger picture again. When day after day you're working around manure for a large part of your time, the cows pooping all over the place starts to feel like real shit. I feel like I'm just cleaning up after the animals and repeating the same household task over and over again, not seeing the bigger picture anymore. This time in Dehradun I felt the need to draw the farm, and I realized it's something I do almost every year. Maybe I just need this recurrent activity to keep me motivated. Drawing the farm makes me aware again of the complete cycle we are operating in. We are trying to set up an almost self-sustaining farm here, where we, our animals, volunteers, guests and the people that work with us will be able to eat from throughout the year. And eat not just normal food, but the most amazing, healthy, nourishing and organic food you can get. For this we need extremely fertile land, and the more material we are gathering from outside our farm boundaries and feeding to our animals, using it as bedding for them or using it as mulch directly on the land, the more we increase our land's fertility. The biggest reasons we got the cows were that we needed milk, yogurt, butter and ghee for ourselves, and that we needed the cow dung to turn into compost and increase the fertility of our land. Cow manure makes the most amazing compost, and Pawan is currently researching about the possibility to turn the dung into biogas and a very potent liquid fertilizer with a biofertilizer unit in the future. So, a great break meant I came back refreshed, and I love this time of year at the farm. The mountain has changed from lush green to dry brown over the last months. The temperature is dropping slowly, and so is the workload pressure. Winter is the time when plants go dormant, and so are we, or like a bit. So far, we are lucky it has been so dry, as we still need to collect a few hundred dry grass bundles more from the mountain slope, fill the dry leaf storage completely, finish our fencing project, and get enough firewood to get us through some heavy snowstorms. However, on the other hand, we are just left with a few inches of rainwater in our big tank. And it should not take too long for some good rain or snow to replenish our water tank again. So, what about approximately 2 weeks more of beautiful sunny weather, so we can get our farm properly winter ready, and then some good wintry storms to fill up our tanks. Will you keep your fingers crossed for us? Signing off now. We'll keep you posted. With love, Marloes.